Those big wireless companies try to lure you in with a new phone just to lock you into a contract. Not Simple Mobile. If you have a great smartphone you love, you can get a powerful nationwide 5G network without the contract. Just text the word BYOP to 611611 to see if your phone's compatible. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Message and data rates may apply. Visit simplemobile.com/privacy policy for privacy policy and the terms and conditions at simplemobile.com/terms and conditions. Compatible 5G capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. 5G network not available in all areas. 5G upload speeds not yet available.
When you get behind the wheel of a Toyota Highlander XSE, magical moments are always right around the corner. 1 second you're using all-wheel drive to climb up a steep trail on the outskirts of town, when suddenly you make it to a clearing at the very top and see a view of your side of town that takes your breath away.
Wait a minute, that's our block?
Mm-hmm.
The west side never looked so good.
Make the most of each moment with a powerfully capable Toyota SUV like the Highlander XSE.
Hey,
Toyota, let's go places.
New glasses. New glasses. And that's
Too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exams required to qualify.
800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Got to give the people now. Give people what they want.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Talk Your Team Tuesday, and running a little late today, so I want to go ahead and get into it. Had some other obligations coming in and had to start the show a little late, but we are on it. We'll get back to game time down at the bottom of the hour, but it is Talk Your Team Tuesday, and CJ from Memphis, but I think she's also got some connections to Mississippi because she loves all things Mississippi. She loves Alcorn. I guess you had somebody go there, CJ? CJ, you ought to call me. You never call. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000 if you want to get in, or you can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Want to hear from you. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook at The Lunch Break KYOK, at The Lunch Break KYOK. On YouTube, it's called The Lunch Break with AJ. And on Twitter, it's at Lunch Break KYOK, at Lunch Break KYOK. All right, we got a number of folks tuned in today for Talk Your Team Tuesday. And I want to hear about your team, good, bad, happy, or sad. If it's college, you got SEC Media Day going on. You got SWAC Media stuff going on today. So if that's your team. In fact, we're going to talk about the SWAC quite a bit today. I'm finally going to break down my power rankings in the SWAC, and I think you're going to be surprised at what I come up with. And then, of course, we got the NBA Finals tonight. It's Game 6. It could be all over. It could be all over if the Milwaukee Bucks get a win some kind of way. They'll win their first chip since 1971. Yeah, 1971. I don't even remember what I was doing in 71. I don't know if you remember what you were doing. Many of you weren't doing anything in 1971, but that will be the Bucks. That will be the Bucks' first chip if they win. Yeah, I like it. You better watch out. You better watch. Oh, yeah? Okay. Y'all done got promoted to bishop status. I'm rolling with the bishops right now. Y'all watch out. You don't know that. Oh, boy. Live radio, man. Live radio. Big shout out to my girl Rolling with Ramos, Mikkel Ramos. I got a chance to have her on the show a couple of Mondays ago. We're staying in touch. Kelsey Nicole Nelson, as you know, had a big birthday. Big shout out to her. And, man, again, Talk Your Team Tuesday. We're going to talk about a number of teams. We're also going to talk about a few people, players, people, all that. We're going to talk about all that. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is CJ.
CJ, you don't never call.
Well, I'm calling now.
You talk all that noise on YouTube, but you don't never call. CJ, did you hang up on? Don't hang up on us, CJ.
I didn't hang up.
All right, so I got a couple of questions.
Okay.
Where are you from originally? Like, born and reared.
Born and reared in Natchez, Mississippi.
Oh, you from Natchez, Mississippi?
I'm from Natchez.
Yeah. Hold on now. We got a lot of city slickers who don't know where that is. So tell them where that is.
That is down south. It is 45 minutes from Alcorn State University, where I graduated in 1983. I just told y'all my age. And it's a great school, which needs more notarization?
Notoriety. Yeah, they need something. Because they was dead last in the SWAC this past year. Dead last.
Yeah, but they won a few years ago.
A few years ago. It ain't how that works. Let me see. Alcorn. Okay, let me take that back. Alcorn didn't play any games during the Corona spring season.
That's very true.
They didn't play none.
Right.
So technically, they didn't come in dead last because Mississippi Valley State tried to play 3 of them. They lost all of those.
Yeah, they did.
And one of them.
I didn't go to Valley State. I went to Alcorn.
Okay. All right. What made you go to an HBCU?
That's when my mama told me I had to go.
Oh, okay. That kind of stuff worked back then, but nowadays, man, you try that, these kids be done moved on, Doc.
Okay, right. No, she was like, nope, that's where you're going. I said, okay. That's where I went.
All right. Okay. I got you. And you're a Braves fan?
I am.
Now, y'all had one of the best quarterbacks of all time come out of Alcorn State, the late, great Steve McNair.
Right. There were some other people, too. Of course, I can't call their names, but there are others.
Alcorn has some celebrities that done come through?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll research that and give it to you one day.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, do that for me. I'm going to be looking forward to receiving that. Now, I'm going to break down the SWAC today on Talk Your Team Tuesday. You go ahead and talk your team. Tell me where I should put Alcorn State University.
Now, I'm going to say number 1, even though it's not true.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen, but that's where you want them put.
It happens, but that's where I want to put them.
Now, what's the biggest game of the year for Alcorn? Like, we got the Labor Day Classic. They got the Bayou Classic. They got the State Fair Classic. What's the big classic for Alcorn?
Bayou Classic?
Y'all ain't got no Bayou Classic. Y'all got a Bayou Classic?
Yeah.
Who y'all play?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with. I don't keep up with.
She said, "We got a Bayou Classic. Who y'all play?" I don't know. I love it. That's true fandom right there. True fandom is when you don't know all you know is you want your team to win it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right. Listen, hold on. Stay right there. I'm about to look at y'all's schedule coming up. All right. Y'all got Northwestern State in game 1. Y'all going to lose that. Y'all got South Alabama in game 2. Y'all going to lose that. Y'all got at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Y'all going to lose that. Now, y'all got Grambling on October the 9th. Y'all probably going to win that one. You probably going to beat Grambling.
It's possible we going to beat the other 3.
No. Let's just quit playing. Okay, so then October 16th, y'all go to Mississippi Valley State. Y'all probably going to win that one too.
We'll see.
That's an in-state rivalry. You know, your fans will drive up. Their fans will be there. It's going to be rocking.
Right. It will be. It will be. My sister went to Valley State.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute now. So do y'all have kind of like a little family feud going on?
We do.
Yeah, you make sure you talk your stuff. You talk to your team. You hear me?
I am.
All right, let me keep going now. At Texas Southern, y'all going to beat them. And then at Southern University, y'all going to lose that. At Bethune-Cookman, y'all going to lose that. Home versus Prairie View, y'all going to lose that one. And then at Jackson State, y'all going to lose that one. So y'all going to win about 4 games? 5, 4? About 4?
Back it up, partner. We usually beat Prairie View.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, so I give y'all 5 wins. Y'all want them?
We want it all.
Yeah, y'all better take those 5 and go ahead and go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We shall see.
Hey, wait a minute. I missed one. Y'all got North Carolina Central on August the 28th. So y'all might win 6.
We could win more than that. We'll see.
Okay, well, here's what I tell my homeboys. Keep your phone on. You just keep your phone on. I got to text you when you lose.
Oh, we're not gonna lose.
All right, and listen, and don't bother me when you win.
Don't bother.
CJ, tell everybody what your favorite sports talk show is.
KYOK Sports Radio Lunch Break.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you. You be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, I had to get that love, man. I had to mess with her. She wanna get in on this thing. She wanna learn how to do the sports thing. That's how we do it when you talk your team. So I gotta take a quick break. We'll come back with more. Keith Hennig said he was in college in 1971. He don't remember much after that. We'll be right back right after this.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. 2 radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Talk Your Team Tuesday. We've been talking about Alcorn State. Got to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. Got to talk about the Phoenix Suns, see if they can get it done. Phoenix said they just want to get them on a plane. What does that mean? That means they want to beat them tonight and make Milwaukee have to fly back to Phoenix Thursday night for Game 7. You only got one shot, Phoenix. You only got one shot. And like B-Rabbit said in 8 Mile, hey, tell these people something they don't know about me. And Papa Doc had nothing. And Future said, we got a new champion. We got a new champion. That's the only way y'all can do it tonight. You got to go out and tell them everything, show them everything, and then toss the mic to them and say, here, tell these people something they don't know about me. You got to take this game into your own hands. You can't expect Milwaukee to give it to you. They will not. Got to win it yourself. Got to win it yourself. All right, I like that. I like that. Thank you for that drop right there. Okay, so let me get to this quick. What's wrong with Megyn Kelly? Megyn Kelly, former host of Fox, former host on CBS. I don't even know what she's doing now. But what is wrong with Megyn Kelly? Megyn Kelly doesn't have anything. Willie Gibson, I love you for free. I love you for free. He said his name is Clarence. And Clarence grew up with two parents, and they had a real fine marriage. Oh, my gosh, man. You're going to make me go home and watch it again. That will be time number 99. But anyway, what is wrong with Megyn Kelly? Why? Why for, Jesus? Why for? Why can't you leave people alone? Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly has decided that she wants to go after none other than Naomi Osaka, who is just a queen. She's not the number one player in women's tennis, but she should be. And a couple of tournaments ago, Naomi Osaka didn't want to talk to the media because she was having anxiety issues, which fall under the category that you know is important to me, and that's mental health. And the tournament officials fined her for not wanting to talk to the media, and she withdrew from the tournament, saying she didn't want her issues to overshadow the tournament. And ever since then, folks have been coming for Naomi Osaka. Oh, she's weak. Oh, she only wants attention when she wants the attention. It's her job to do interviews. I mean, she gets paid so much money. She's a public figure. That's part of the job. Goes with the territory. Listen. I'm going to say this, fans, one more time. Let me say it slow for the Megyn Kellys and the Pierce. What's the nutcase over across the pond? It's not Pierce Brosnan. What's his name? Pierce Morgan Pierce. It doesn't matter. He's a tool. As a fan, you get to go watch. You get to go enjoy. You get to go cry. You get to go laugh. You get to go buy the concessions. You can buy the merch. You don't get to control the players. This is not player one. You don't get to control Naomi. If she chooses to pay the fines and not do interviews, so what? It doesn't cost you a dime. You don't lose one single thing, because no matter what she says, folks like Megyn Kelly are going to say something negative about her. Again, I go back to the B-Rabbit analogy. Throw her tail the mic, say what you got to say, and then tell it now. Now go tell these people something they don't know about me. Let me go to the phone line. Hello, you live in the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, Dre, how you feel, man?
Man, I ain't in a good mood. I ain't greatest. And funny, you should call right now. I'm getting tired of these Megyn Kellys and this Pierce dude overseas coming for the Queens, brother. I'm getting tired of that. And I'm really trying to figure out, now, wait a minute now. We go in on the Jason Kidds. We go in on the Chauncey Billups. We go in on the Michael Vicks. We go in on all these people. But you mean you don't go in when another woman is attacked and bullied because of all things? She's got mental health issues. I'm going to need the women out there leading the charge to start standing up for Naomi. I'm going to need that to happen. That's what I'm going to need to happen. How you feel?
Finished, sir?
No, how you feel?
I feel with my hand.
All right.
Hey man, how close are we to commercial break?
You go ahead, greatest. You the greatest. You got time.
Man, you might end up squabbling. Okay, number one.
Now you don't, greatest. You don't want these hands today, man. You don't want these hands today. I'm like Poirier today, baby. I'm choking them out. I'm knocking them out. And if they step back, watch that ankle, baby. Watch that ankle. Go ahead.
If you don't really want to fight, stay home tonight.
I'm just telling you,
man. But check it out. Okay, you can solve all that. Start watching the Black News Channel. But anyway, okay. I'm gonna do a little pushback on you, brother.
Come to me.
It's make good radio. It's not good radio when we agree and love our time. Sometimes we gotta fight. Okay, look out, man. Okay, and hear me out, please. Now, when I think about Jackie Robinson, what he had to endure. Frank Robinson, Bill Russell came home from a basketball game in the 50s playing with the Celtics. Somebody had defecated in his bed. And back when Frank Robinson, those guys back then had to go different places to play ball. They got called all kind of things. They couldn't go to certain restaurants. They couldn't go live in certain hotels. But those guys found a way to still be great. And my point, and they didn't make a whole lot of money. Some of them had to work a job during the off season to make ends meet. But my point is, the athletes today. Here's my pushback. I hope Naomi get the help she need. I hope Richard Sherman get the help he need, and the football player that choked his wife out. I hope all these people get the help they need. But my problem is, these people make millions of dollars. They can live in any home they want to. They can drive any car they want to. They can stay in the best hotels. They're making all the money. And you can't take somebody asking you a couple of questions. I mean, that's it. People, and I'm finished. People like, not you talking about mental illness. Jackie Robinson, Bill Russell, and them guys back then should have had the mental illness. But these guys now, come on, man. They
greatest. I don't agree. I mean, I don't disagree with what you said about what Jackie Robinson and Bill Russell,
Roberto Clemente.
Roberto. I remember Muhammad couldn't live in River Oaks. I got friends that live in River Oaks. But what one person or group of people had to go through is no comparison to somebody else's mental illness. You got dudes that were great. Let me say it better. You got athletes that were great at their sport, men and women, that had real mental challenges that were beyond their control. Greatest, I'm coming right at you now. I told you, don't fight with me today. So I'm not jabbing, now I'm throwing haymakers. You done been
long. Let's get it on.
Yeah, you done been on the block and you done seen people just talking to the air. You done been on the block and you seen people just, sitting there rambling and talking to themselves and stuff like that. And they ain't on no drugs, and they ain't on no liquor. They just have mental health issues. Watch this. That some of them cannot afford to pay for. Now, I'm not saying that Naomi can't afford to get, help and treatment, but we don't get to dictate when she does, how she does, and what it's going to be. We don't get to dictate that. We're fans, bro. We got a ticket that allows us to come in and watch the sport. That's all it does.
And all I'm saying, and I'm not disagreeing none with you saying. I'm just pushing back some because, like I said, I remember when Venus and Serena came up, they was called all kind of derogatory names, and they still found a way to be great.
But that's the thing. Naomi is still great, and watch this, and she's taking great care of her mentals, and I got no problem with that. Because like Venus said, once she had to get to a place where she realized that these other people couldn't hold a candle to her. So You know what? We talk about the interview. Ricky Williams had to put a helmet on to sit in the middle of a pool of interviewers because of the anxiety he was going through. We want to put that dude through that just so we can ask what his favorite soup is and what he was thinking on 3rd and 12 when they handed him the ball.
Let me throw a quick scenario too. I don't know how long the break comes.
Keep going. You got it.
Would you rather come home and find somebody done defecated in your bed, or would you rather, hey, did you get any sleep last night?
Greatest. Hear me out. Hear me out, greatest. Greatest, hear me out. Greatest, hear me out. Just because somebody pooped in one person's bed don't mean that another person doesn't have problems sitting and talking to people during an interview. You have a whole picture here in Houston that gets a pass. And I'm not saying in a negative way. They don't push Zach Greinke because Zach Greinke has a hard time interviewing. He don't like that energy. He doesn't like that. And it's a mental challenge for him. It's not just he don't like it, it's a mental challenge. So the same kind of a treatment or respect that Zach, and oh, by the way, Zach Greinke is not available after every game to do an interview, even though somewhere in some clause or contract he may be required to. All Naomi Osaka is saying on the days I can't do it, I can't do it. And if I got to pay a fine, then I'll choose between the fine and not playing the tournament. But that don't give the Megyn Kellys of the world to think, and I'm finna come at hold on, let me get this out, greatest. I'm ready to come for my whole doggone community. I'm ready to come for my colleagues. I'm ready to come for my profession. Just because you are a journalist doesn't mean that you get the right to force someone to answer your question. If you're a good journalist, make them want to answer your questions. If you're a hack like Megyn Kelly, then you're going to say dumb stuff because a person decided that they would rather not have access to you or you have access to them because you don't understand that you don't have the power to control them the way you think you should.
Megan, I believe Santa Claus is white Kelly.
Miss Blackface. Miss Blackface.
So, I mean, believe me, brother, I'm not disagreeing with nothing you're saying, but all I'm saying, man, in comparison to what guys back then had to go through up until now.
But greatest, our brains are not connected, greatest. We're not the cyborg. We're not all a part of a collective. Just because somebody was able to get up after having their bed pooped in, or somebody was able to get up and fight battles because they were racially discriminated, does not mean that everybody else could or should be able to do that. It doesn't work that way. You're a brother that can do things that I might not be able to do mentally. I'm a dude that can do things that you might not be able to do mentally. Just because you overcame some things don't mean my mental capacity has to be as strong as yours.
And believe me, I'm not disagreeing with you one bit. I'm just throwing up what I kind of feel. Now, I know the sister going through something. Like I said, I hope she gets the help. But all I'm saying, in comparison to what others then had to go through, that paved the way for her to be able to make the money that she's making now. And somebody asks you 2 or 3 or 5 questions, you can't handle that.
Greatest, all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. Here's the easy answer. There is no comparison. There is no comparison.
All right.
Because can I go a little deeper? You got time. Can I go a little deeper? If that's the case, then how come we don't have ourselves on the Pettis Bridge right now? How come we not in the street taking on the dogs and the water hoses? How come we not out in the street talking about we should overcome and all that? Now, don't get me wrong. I know we're protesting, but how come we not taking it to the next level to get these voting rights bills changed? How come we not doing what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and John Lewis and C.V. Vivian, how come we not doing what they did? Remember, they did all that and overcame it, but we sitting behind keyboards and podcasts and video broadcasts talking about it, but what are we doing about it? So if we want to play that game, let's play it on the right level and not just in the sports level.
Fannie Lou Hamer, how could you forget my sweetheart, Fannie Lou Hamer? Hey man, I'm with you on everything you said, man. I'm just giving a little brush back because it makes for a better show it makes for a
don't be calling up here riling me up and everything like that. I'm trying to have sponsors and stuff like that, man. And you about to get me fired. Get off my phone, in the words of the great Skipper Lee Frazier.
Hold up, man. I want to talk about something else. If you
What?
Okay, last night on Turner Classic, they showed the 1976 Olympics, and they showed the decathlon, and they showed Bruce Jenner, man, and it was a totally different Bruce Jenner, man. In comparison to what has happened to him now, it's just amazing how life can change for you, man. Because the Bruce Jenner that I remember back then, and I ain't disrespecting nobody. But
yeah, you are. You getting ready to. But go ahead.
He was a man's man. He was a great athlete. Had a beautiful blonde on his side.
Greatest, why? What happened to you this morning? Talk to me, Greatest. What happened to you this morning?
All I'm saying, man, it brought back. I was looking at all them great memories of the '76 Olympics with Don Quarry winning the 100 and the 200.
Yeah.
Alberto Warren Terrell winning the 400.
Yeah.
Boy, that boy ran a 40.2.
Yeah.
Watching the Spinks brothers, John Tate, Sugar Ray, Howard Davis.
Yeah.
It brought back all them memories. And then when I seen Bruce Jenner and to see what he is now, man, it just, time break by chain. But that's all I had, man. I ain't gonna get kicked off the radio.
Leave them people alone, man. Leave them people alone. Leave them alone.
All right. I'm not saying this to come across as mean, but when I get through with your head, you're gonna need Afro Sheen. Rumble, young man, rumble.
Don't be disrespecting Afro Sheen either. Greatest on a just got me all fired up today. I got to take a break. I ain't got no break to take. Well, it's Talk Your Team Tuesday, and Greatest just talking about all the greats that had to go through stuff and why the Naomi Osakas of the world can't get through what they going through. Let me just tell you something. Don't let what we were shown be the I'm about to do an Achoism. I got a new term for Mr. Acho, who Todd loves. Todd loves Mr. Acho because he a UT boy and all that. He says a bunch of stuff that sounds deep that if you pick it apart, it ain't deep at all. And I was about to do one of those. I'm not going to. I got to stay away from the Achoisms. He's the new Jason Whitlock over at Fox, and you can tell him I said that. I want Acho to block me like Naomi Osaka blocked Megyn Kelly. But anyway, my point is, just because one person seemingly could overcome everything under the sun doesn't mean that another person is less than they are because they got mental health issues. There's no comparing somebody else's mental fortitude or mental health to somebody else's in the form of greatness. There is none. No comparison whatsoever. I mean, you had some of the richest people in the world that had mental health challenges. Howard Hughes was historically recluse and off keel and unbalanced, bipolar. Some of the greatest people we know, Steve Jobs had mental health issues. Some of the famous actors and actresses and, for Christ's sake, presidents had mental health challenges. But somehow a 23-year-old tennis player is fair game. That's the hill we're going to die on. We're going to attack and bully a 23-year-old tennis player because she's not as strong as we demand her, not even want her to be, demand her to be. And I'm just tired of it. I am. Maybe because I've got, a daughter around Megyn Kelly's age. I mean, not Megyn Kelly's age, around Naomi Osaka's age. I mean, please, where does the line get drawn? I'm supposed to get real mad about one thing, but I'm supposed to be okay about people with a lot of followers and check marks behind their name bullying a 23-year-old tennis player? And I'll go ahead and say it. Black and Asian tennis player. I'm not going to let the sister go out like that. I'm not going to let the queen go down like that. She got people. She got people. Megyn Kelly, you suck. Piers Morgan, you suck. Anybody else using their platform to talk down on this woman because she's blessed to be beautiful, brilliant, talented, and all of that. And doors have opened for her that will never open for the Megyn Kellys, the Piers Morgans, and some of the other people that just flat out suck. You're not smart, and you're definitely not a good person because you can post that, oh yeah, is this attention good enough? You sure this is not too much for you? My grandmother used to tell me this, and I'm gonna go. My grandmother used to tell me this: be careful making fun of somebody else, because every now and then the joke will be on you. Be careful making fun of somebody else, because every now and then the joke will be on you. I'm not wishing nothing bad on Megyn Kelly or Piers Morgan. I ain't wishing nothing bad on them. Heck, I want them to have good health and long life so that they can keep watching her soar and they can keep getting mad because they can't control her. I want them to keep getting mad because they can't control LeBron James. I want them to keep getting mad because they can't control Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and, other people. Long life, good health. But stop bullying her. Stop bullying her. Stop bullying her. I encourage anybody under the sound of my voice, get educated on mental health. Get educated on mental health. Just like you can Google your favorite stories and your favorite articles and your favorite snippets on other people's lives, Google mental health. Google mental health and find out how many people deal with it. How much of it goes untreated. How little money is thrown at it, especially here in the state of Texas. You got a governor fighting harder to block truth in history. Notice I didn't say Black history, truth in history. Spending more money and time on that, and now including legislation that makes it wrong or illegal to say that the teachings of the Ku Klux Klan were wrong. He's spending more money on that than on his constituents who are suffering from mental health challenges, sickness, diseases. Let that sink in for a second. I don't want to help you. I want to control you is what it boils down to. So, yeah, greatest. I ain't with you on that one, brother. I love you. Always will. Always will. But I am not with you on that one. All right, I gotta change the tenor of things. Greatest, you done got me so worked up. I'm about to do the birthdays, bro. I'm about to do birthdays. Quit fooling with you, Greatest. Greatest, I might make you call back so I can knock you out some more. Knock you out some more. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Greatest better go mess with somebody else because he can't handle me. All right. So anyway, birthdays today. Let me get to these real quick. If you know anybody celebrating a birthday, if you know anybody that had one that I missed over the last day or so, I want you to hit me up with them. But first, let me get to my frat brother, Noop. Byron Clay celebrating a birthday today. Byron is a good Noop. Got a lot of great things going on with none other than the Garrett Jones. Also, Jazzy Baker. She's an amazing artist, singer, actress. She is phenomenal. She's celebrating her birthday today. D. Satterfield Wilson is celebrating her birthday today. She's a lovely 62 years young. Lewis Withers is celebrating a birthday. He's a double 4. William Russell is the double nickel. He's 55 today. Big shout out to you, brother. Diane Wilson is celebrating a birthday with John Ferguson, Jeanette Scott. Hey, Jeanette. Man, if y'all showed y'all a picture of Jeanette, she's one of those ones you could not guess her age. And when she told you her age, you would not believe it. Happy birthday. Guadalupe Stagg is celebrating a birthday along with one of my classmates, Sue Clock. Meredith Johnson Jones. Meredith was somebody when I was working at WYLD. She followed me while I was there and has been my friend ever since. Happy birthday to your friend, Meredith Johnson Jones. And then Steve Bess from my high school up in Cincinnati celebrating a birthday as well. All right, let's see the famous. All those people are famous. All those people are famous. But let me get you some other birthdays as well. Let's see. I know there's a couple that I want to get to today. Hold on, there was one. Get this out of the way. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is celebrating a birthday today. I know y'all don't like Ben, but y'all leave Ben alone. It's his birthday. Troy Smith from the Ohio State University celebrating his birthday today. Shaquem Griffin, of course, y'all know him. Brother has overcome a lot of challenges, playing very good football. Let's see. Will Solomon, NBA player, celebrating a birthday. Trying to see, there was somebody else. Yeah. Jesus Shuttlesworth is celebrating his birthday today. Y'all know him. That's Ray Allen. Ray, celebrating a birthday today. All right, without further ado, come on, let me get the birthday song on. Let's hit it.
Oh, go shawty, it's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shawty, it's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right, y'all. Happy birthday. Again, glad that folks are really kind of taking to these. If you got birthdays you want to get to me, you know how to do it. You can text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email them to me at aj@kyoksports.com. aj@kyoksports.com. Give me those birthdays, and we definitely want to be able to celebrate those with you. All right, anybody celebrating a birthday. All right, so again, it's Talk Your Team Tuesday. I am going to, let me see, did you know about Marvin Sapp is a Kappa? Are y'all sure? Where'd Marvin pledge at? Give me some detail. Y'all try to invite everybody to this proverbial picnic cookout, and then y'all try to make everyone a new. Yeah, I know Marvin Sapp was a Kappa. I know. Don't mess with Marvin. Don't mess with Marvin. I know he's a new. All right. Let's see. I got Sybil Wilkes. And let me get her on. And what you need to know today. Sybil Wilkes and what you need to know today. Y'all stay right there. Let me take a quick break. And we'll be back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021. Number 1, Senator Lindsey Graham, the South Carolina Republican, has suggested that GOP senators should leave the U.S. Capitol to deny Democrats a quorum if the proposed $3.5 trillion human infrastructure reconciliation bill makes it to a vote. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a New York Democrat, and President Joe Biden unveiled the $3.5 trillion spending proposal last week, but Republicans have vocally opposed the plan, raising concerns about inflation and saying the bill will make Americans dependent on the government. Number 2. Senate Democrats left Capitol Hill Monday and headed to Georgia to continue their fight for voting rights. The lawmakers convened a rare hearing in Atlanta to oppose the state's new, more restrictive voting measure that was signed into law this spring. The law, Democrats say, will disenfranchise Black and young voters and give more power to Republicans in the state. Number 3, as the 2021-22 school year approaches, the American Academy of Pediatrics released new COVID-19 guidance for schools. It supports in-person learning while recommending mask wearing in school for everyone over the age of 2, regardless of vaccination status. Earlier this month, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommended that vaccinated students do not have to wear masks in classrooms. Number 4. Gloria Richardson may not be a familiar or a household name, but she was a true civil rights pioneer. The woman described as the second Harriet Tubman has passed away at age 99. Ms. Richardson was the head of the Cambridge Nonviolent Action Committee, the woman who brought civil rights to the city of Cambridge along the eastern shore of Maryland. She was cited as the first woman to lead a prolonged grassroots civil rights movement outside of the Deep South. Number 5. All over the world, stocks dropped Monday amid worries the pandemic is worsening in hotspots around the world. The 700-point fall in stocks in the U.S. was attributed largely to the continued rise in the number of COVID-19 cases worldwide. Economic experts say the economy is speaking to fears that as COVID cases increase, this will lead to the return of restrictions, which could then erode consumer confidence and dampen spending. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Having a change in attitude can make a huge difference in how you see the world. Right. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian extraordinaire Damon Williams as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partner, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes. Got it right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're about to get our top of the hour started. I want y'all to stay right there. We'll be right back with more right after this. Don't forget, tonight is the night. It will be Game 6 of the NBA Finals. We're going to talk your team and break down the SWAC when we come back in the second hour right after this.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
On that field today. Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man.
You already make the big money. As a man, I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go, let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, that's our first hour on the book, second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK. Streaming live on KYOKradio.org, broadcasting live on AM 1140, 92.3 FM. And you can also stream us on Facebook at The Lunch Break KYOK, at The Lunch Break KYOK. You can stream us on YouTube, The Lunch Break with AJ, and you can stream us on Twitter at Lunch Break KYOK. And I am who I am. I am who I am. I know a lot of folks checking me out for the first time. Who does this guy think he is? I just got a couple of text messages like, who do you think you are? Megyn Kelly is this. Megyn Kelly is that. Listen, I know who I am. I know who Megyn Kelly is. I know who Piers Morgan are. I know those people. Yeah, I know. Big time, have done great things in their career, have probably been in front of tens of thousands more than me. So what? So what? I didn't give them the right to come after a 23-year-old young lady. If it was one of their daughters, they wouldn't be in the background. Oh, tough it up. Oh, just get back out there. Oh, honey, what do you need? What can we do? That's the approach that they would be having if it was their own. My whole thing is treat people like they're your own. Treat them with the same dignity and respect that you want to be treated with. And this thing called sports, man, it gives people a feeling. Not everybody, some. It gives some people a feeling that they have a right, a sense of entitlement to another person's life. Just because a person plays a professional sport does not mean that the fans own their every rising, waking, comment, interview, you name it. It doesn't happen like that. And the fact that there are not more people on the same level as Piers Morgan and Megyn Kelly defending her. I know there are a lot of people that are. Please don't get me wrong. Mike Freeman, Martina Navratilova, a number of them. Shalice Manza Young, David Zirin, big time, all defending her. I get it. But I'm just saying, man, more people need to be speaking up for folks dealing with mental health challenges. They do. It's not the brunt end of a joke. Like Grandmama say, don't always be laughing at everybody's situation, because every now and then the joke will be on you. Every now and then the joke will be on you. So anyway, tonight's the night. Game 6, NBA Finals. Either we're going to see the Milwaukee Bucks celebrating their first chip since 1971, or we're going to see the Phoenix Suns saying they got to get on a plane. They got to get on a plane, meaning they forced a winner-take-all Game 7 at home in Phoenix. And I think Phoenix likes their chances with that. As we get ready to talk your team in this hour, I want to talk about why I'm sticking with Phoenix tonight. I'm sticking with Phoenix tonight to avoid elimination, because even though Phoenix has not lost 3 in a row all year long, has not lost 3 in a row all year long, I don't think they're going to lose 4 in a row. And 3 in a row is one thing, but 4 in a row, it hadn't happened all season long. They have not gone on a 3-game losing streak, let alone a 4-game losing streak. And I know Milwaukee is 8-1 at home? Something ridiculous. Got a great home playoff. Let me look at what greatest got over here called me a chump. Greatest, I love you, man. You the chump. I know what I said. I said float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Greatest better go mess with somebody else because he can't handle me. He ain't like that. Call me a chump. Old chump. I love you, man. I love you for real. Okay, so let's see. Let me go back to Milwaukee's deal. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. Okay, so at home, I'm looking at the home wins for Milwaukee during the playoffs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'm going into that first series. They didn't lose any. Yeah. I mean, they're hard to beat at home. But again, Phoenix has not lost 3 in a row all year. They did that. They're not going to lose 4 in a row. Again, I'm just basing it on statistics. They're not going to lose 4 in a row. They're not going to lose 4 in a row. And, of course, Milwaukee won 4 in a row earlier in the playoffs when they swept Miami. Beat them by 2 game 1. Beat them by, good God, almost 40 in game 2. Beat them by almost 20 in game 3. And sent them home by 17 in game 4. This ain't Miami. I'm not saying Milwaukee ain't good. Please don't get it wrong. I'm just saying this is not Miami. Phoenix has got to do it 1 game at a time. How? Now, let's talk about the how. Talk your team Tuesday. If you want in, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Let me see. All right. 373-459. 373-459. AJ, you just disproved yourself. You said that Phoenix hadn't lost 3 games all year long. They just did. So what makes you think they won't lose 4 in a row? I just don't think the statistics of them doing something that they've not done all year long back to back like that, the numbers are greater. That's like lightning striking twice in the same place. Somebody hitting the lottery twice. I mean, I know those numbers are not as great as that, but it's just it's a very small number statistically for that to happen. Be different if they've done it before. It's not a statistical anomaly. That's all I'm saying. So the next question is how? Number 1, Phoenix, get the ball out of Chris Paul's hand, bringing it up court. Drew Holiday is eating him up in the backcourt and then making him get in the set for the offense late because of his pressure. And honestly, Phoenix is doing a very bad job of setting those little consequential screens on Drew Holiday in the backcourt to free Chris Paul up. They're very, lack of a better word, they're very lazy on him. And they need to be more deliberate because Drew Holiday is deliberate. He's doing it for a reason, and it's working. So one of 2 things has got to happen. Let somebody else bring the ball up and then give it to Chris over the half court so that he can then get them into the set because he gives the ball up once he crosses half court anyway. He's not a ball-dominant dribbler like some other people, James Harden. So if that's the case, then some kind of way you got to figure out a combination of things. Get somebody else to bring the ball up or, be more intentional on those screens in the backcourt to get Holiday off of Chris Paul so he can go and get in the set. And one of the reasons why they're probably not doing it with the screens, because now you've got one or two players in the backcourt with Chris Paul just to get Drew Holiday off him. Let somebody else bring the ball up. I don't care if it's Devin Booker. I don't care if it's somebody else. Bridges, somebody else. Or bring in one of your other point guards off the bench, play Cam and Chris Paul together if you got to. They got a couple of guards on that bench. Use them. Even if it's just to bring the ball up and get the ball over half court. That's number one. Let me take a break. I'll be right back. Get my thoughts together. Y'all done got me, Greatest done got me all riled up, man. Greatest, love you, boy. Talk to you later.
The next 10 years, or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
Give people what they want.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, I need to get by. Y'all, all you need to do to get by is give Chris Paul some help in the backcourt. Bringing the ball up. That's all you need to do. 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 All right, I said Cam Jordan. Y'all know I meant Cameron Payne. Maybe you go with a different set where you're bringing the two of them in together some. Maybe you're bringing the two of them together in and playing a different look than you've played all series long. But you also got Javon Carter on that bench who, can help. And I know he hadn't played. Has he played any at all that wasn't mop-up minutes in a previous game? Again, when you're Phoenix tonight, you got to look at doing some things maybe you haven't done before, because if you don't get it done, you go home. It's that simple. The other thing that they've got to do is they've got to stop Mr. Connaughton from being the great offensive rebounder that Jeff Van Gundy thinks that he is. And I'll say this, he's making Jeff Van Gundy look right. But you got to make sure that you don't let him be right. It's one thing to be blocking out Giannis. It's another thing to be blocking out Lopez. It's another thing to be blocking out PJ. Those are your three rebounders. But when you start letting Connaughton get second chance opportunities because of offensive rebounds, that's a problem. You're trying to cut down the rebounds of PJ and Giannis and Lopez and Middleton as well. You can't afford to let Connaughton give his team extra opportunity. What does that mean? You got to make more of a commitment on the boards. It can't be Ayton and nothing. If Ayton doesn't get the rebound, then guess what? Bridges has to crash the boards. If Bridges doesn't get the rebound, then guess what? You got to get Booker and those guys pounding the boards as well. which is another reason why you've got to be able to free Chris Paul up. Chris Paul is a better rebounding guard than Connaughton is. Connaughton, you name it. He's a better rebounding guard. You're not getting a chance to because they're not making the same kind of commitment on the boards as Milwaukee is. And then number three, you got to go back to what worked before. They cannot beat you with Giannis alone. Pick your poison. You can't let Giannis and Middleton and Holiday go off and expect to win. Can't do it. You got to D up on Middleton. You got to D up on Holiday. You got to try to make them win with Giannis's 40 and Middleton's 20, that's 60, and maybe 17 from Holiday. What's that give you? Right. 77 points. You ain't going to get much more out of PJ and Lopez. You're not. You're not going to get much more off that bench. Portis might go off, but you got to D him up like he's one of those other guys. You cannot let Giannis and Middleton go for 30 plus, God forbid 40 plus, and then have Holiday go off for 23, 24, 25. Can't do it. The defense has got to be more committed than that. I'm seeing a lot of messages come in. AJ, so are you saying that they need to go to some sets that they haven't run all series long and expect those to work? They're professionals. 346-521. 346-521. AJ, I kind of hear you. Just don't know if it works. I think that the momentum is squarely with Milwaukee and the pressure is all on Phoenix. That's why you got to break that pressure up. I said it yesterday. It's going to be louder than it's ever been before in Milwaukee. They have not been in this place. They have not been in this place since 1971. So guess what? Turn all that energy, turn all that momentum into pressure on Milwaukee. Make them press. Make them uncomfortable. Make them, try to do too much and have the negative results similar to what Milwaukee has done to Phoenix. Phoenix was loose in Game 5 to start. Milwaukee turned all that energy, all that electricity into pressure. And you saw Devin Booker and Chris Paul and Ayton and Bridges and all those guys. They were pressing the rest of the game, literally killing themselves trying to get back in it. And when it got to the biggest moment possible, that pressure busts a steel pipe. Booker turned it over in the most crucial moment of the game. Phoenix can do the same thing to Milwaukee. Turn all that energy, all that adrenaline, all that excitement, all that rowdiness into nothing but pure manic pressure. If you don't do that, you're going to be watching them celebrate. If you don't do that, you're going to be watching them celebrate. I got to take a break. I'll take more of your calls or your text messages, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. I can see your text messages now on the big screen, so I appreciate that being set up. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute. Let me take this break. I'll be right back.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers.
And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list. Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
You're listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org. Let's see, I got a text message here, and let's see. All right. Number is 713-577. AJ, for some reason, Phoenix is playing like they got a tomorrow. They got to get back to that desperate hungry and put the pressure on Milwaukee, like you just said. Right now, Phoenix is not playing like they're desperate. They're playing like they are stressed. I kind of get what he's saying. When you're the hungry team and you're the desperate team, you're fighting for loose balls. You're not letting somebody go over your back to get a rebound. You're blocking out, doing all the little dirty stuff. So you literally create momentum when you're playing like you got no tomorrow. And by the way, Phoenix has no tomorrow after tonight. So it's a good point. Appreciate that text message. All right, let me see here. We got another one. Ned, what's up, Ned? Long time, brother. Ned said, AJ, for some reason, I feel like this is Milwaukee's year. Even though they hadn't won 3 in a row, they probably going to make it 4 in a row and wrap this thing up. Ned, you might be right. I mean, guess what? Milwaukee's no pushover. And Giannis Antetokounmpo it's hard not to like him. You know, contrary to what James Harden said about him just being 7 feet and can dunk on everybody, that dude is doing some stuff that, if you look at it, it ain't easy to do. And oh yeah, by the way, did we forget that before the start of this series, it looked like Giannis Antetokounmpo may have torn a ligament in his knee and wasn't going to be able to play basketball for about a year? I still don't know how healthy that knee is, but it doesn't matter because it looks like Giannis is just about to carry his team to their first championship in 50 years. And oh yeah, by the way, Chris Middleton is real good. Chris Middleton is that dog. I don't know how I slept on him, but Chris Middleton is legit. And say what you want to say about Drew Holiday. Now I know why they want him on Team USA. His defense is for real. If Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't on Milwaukee's team, Drew Holiday would be getting a lot more talk about Defensive Player of the Year. You know, him and Giannis and Rudy Gobert, you know, they're bigs playing defense. So they're blocking shots and they're doing all that other stuff. But, man, I don't like to do a lot of comparisons, but Drew Holiday is reminiscent of the glove, Gary Payton, when the glove would just lock you down, frustrate you, and force you into abnormal and unnatural turnovers. Like you wouldn't do that 10 times if you tried. So I like what I'm seeing out of Milwaukee. And again, I give credit to Mike Budenholzer, but I give more credit to his staff because they have figured some things out and convinced him to implement them. His staff is doing that film work, and that film work is paying off. All right, who I got tonight? I'm going with the Phoenix Suns tonight. Again, I'm sticking with the fact they haven't lost 4 all year long. They're not going to lose 4 in a row now. I'm going with Phoenix. All right, let's jump over to some SWAC football. One of the things that I wanted to that was interesting to me is SWAC Commissioner Charles McClellan, Frat, Yo Noop, said that he wants all the athletes to be vaccinated and that they are going to forfeit games that teams are unable to play this year due to COVID-19. Not rescheduling, not postponing, forfeiting. What's interesting is the commissioner of the SEC said the same thing. Wants players to get vaccinated, and games will be forfeited if they're unable to play due to COVID-19. Now, here's the interesting thing to me, and I'm talking more about with the SEC than I'm talking about with the SWAC. I don't know who's going to be. Some coach is going to push that envelope. Some coach is going to push that envelope. Some coach is going to field a team that might be compromised so that they don't, especially if they got a chance to win the conference. I have no doubt about it. All right, AJ, come on. No coach is going to do it. Yeah, right. And they're not going to provide inappropriate benefits, and they're not going to do any of the other stuff that they've been doing since the beginning of time. They know that they're going to forfeit those games. They're going to field a team. Miraculously, everybody's going to be COVID-free in the SEC. Watch. Certain teams are not going to have any COVID cases whatsoever, and if they do, they will have been isolated before anyone else came into contact with them. Watch. Remember the football coach that got COVID and then all of a sudden he didn't have COVID? got COVID again, all of a sudden didn't have COVID. Watch. I think it's going to be very interesting. Speaking of Nick Saban, during Media Day talked about, when asked about name, image, and likeness, literally said that his new quarterback, Bryce Young, has earned ungodly numbers in income from name, image, and likeness deals. Wait, what? The guy that's making $100 in college football is saying that somebody else is making ungodly numbers who just happen to be helping him make his money? You can't make this stuff up. You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. Nick Saban, I know you can't hear me. Just say, hey, man, no comment. That's those kids' money. I just pray they do the right thing with it. So talk to me about Auburn. Talk to me about Florida. Talk to me about LSU. I know. He's Nick Saban. He can say and do what he wants, but good God almighty, him and Dabo Swinney should run from name, image, and likeness questions like the virus. They should just run from it. We get that they don't agree with it, but to say that the young man is making ungodly money, then what's your money, Nick? Oh, yeah, it's hard earned. I earned that. Look at all these championships I got. How'd you get those, Nick? Coaching my guys up. What guys are you talking about? My players? That part. Without them, you wouldn't have the money you have. And now they get a chance to make a little bit off of their own, say it slow, name, image, and likeness. Not yours. Not even the schools. Theirs. And all of a sudden, it's ungodly money. Woo-wee. Where's a good forensic accountant when you need him? Or her. Let me talk about the SWAC. The SWAC has new schools in the conference. SWAC has new schools in the conference. And here's how it's going to break down. Here's how it's going to break down with the addition to FAMU and of FAMU and Bethune-Cookman. The Eastern Division is going to be Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, Jackson State, and Mississippi Valley State. The West is going to be Alcorn, moving over, Grambling, Prairie View, Southern, Texas Southern, and Pine Bluff. So, that being said, I'm going with something real crazy in the SWAC. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Let's do it. All right, let's go to the SWAC. Let's go to the standings. In the East, in the number 6 spot is going to be none other than the winless Mississippi Valley State. Got a lot of work to do. Got to get, a system in place that's going to make them competitive. They're a team that could benefit from a few wins, meaning seeing themselves win a game, experiencing that, and getting that back as the culture. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, they're gonna have to knock off at least one team that they're not supposed to knock off. And when I look at their schedule coming up. There's a couple of them out there. They're not going to beat Murray State. They start with them September 2nd. They're not going to beat Stephen F. Austin. Both of those are money games. But a game or two that they got to try and find a way to sneak up and win are really right in a row. They got North Carolina Central, they got Bethune-Cookman, and they've got Alcorn. They got to find a way to win one or two of those games to kind of build some momentum in their season. But right now, I've got them in the number 6 spot on the east side. So we'll put Alcorn there. Number 6 on the western side of the conference, talking about the SWAC. I hate to say it, but I think that's where the Texas Southern Tigers are going to be. TSU, new head coach, still trying to get, his new plan in, still trying to get his recruits in, still trying to kind of get his footing. Coach, I hate to say it, I don't think it happens this year. I think Texas Southern brings up the bottom of the West again. Number 5 on the east side. Number 5 on the east side. Is where it kind of gets interesting. Second to last season was Alcorn by virtue of them not playing anybody. Alcorn's on the West right now. Alcorn is on over in the West now. So there are two schools that are kind of coming to light as in that spot. I'm going to go with one of the newbies. I'm going with Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman, and I know they weren't bad. They won 5 games when they played their last full season. They won 5 games in a very good MEAC. But it's real hard for me to think that they're going to be better than the school that I thought would fall into that spot. And that's Deion Sanders and Jackson State. I find it hard for me to put Deion and Jackson State in that number 5 spot, second from the bottom on that side of the SWAC conference. So I'm not going to put them there. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to slide Bethune-Cookman in that number 5 spot on the east side. Let me go to the West real quick. Number 5 in the West is where I'm going to put the Grambling State Tigers. Grambling also having a tough time getting going again. They are fully in a rebuild. Grambling is fully in a rebuild, and we'll see if Coach can get them back on track. But right now, I've got them at number 5 on the West. I got to take a break. When I come back, I'll go ahead and finish the East and the West and the SWAC on my power rankings right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Do you have a home that you don't want anymore?
We can buy it from you within 24 hours, any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately, with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760. If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. We know this is a hard time for you, and this fund has been set up by the federal government to help ease your pain. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. All legal fees are only covered once you receive your money. So if you've lost a loved one due to COVID-19, call the legal helpline right now to find out if you qualify for a cash award. Here's our number: 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. That's 800-876-7047. Paid for by the IPG Law Group.
Hey, you want some sports with your lunch? Well, tune in to the legendary KYOK at the lunch break. And I'm Raven Rogers.
All right, Raven Rogers on her way to Tokyo. Raven, please be safe over there. Be safe over there. All right, let me get back to this. Got to hurry up and get this in before I go. All right, so let me recap. Number 6 on the East, Alcorn. No, Alcorn's over on the west side. Hold on, y'all done got me confused. I'm sorry. Number 6 on the east side is Mississippi Valley State. Mississippi Valley State. On the west side is Texas Southern. Number 5 on the east side is Bethune-Cookman. Number 5 on the west side, Grambling. Number 4 on the east side is Dion and Jackson State. Dion, you got a new quarterback, your son. We'll see, because you lost a good one who did not feel appreciated with you bringing the son in and all of that. So we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm going Jackson State at number 4 on the east side. On the west side, CJ, I got a little faith. I'm putting Alcorn State at number 4. They won't come in dead last. Again, they're going to win about 5 games. Number 3 on the east side is none other than Alabama State. Alabama State was 2-3 in the conference, 2-2 overall. I'm sorry, 2-2 in the conference, 2-3 overall. I feel like Alabama State is going to let folks know we're here. This ain't Dion's conference, and oh yeah, by the way, we can play. So I've got them at number 3 in the East. Over on the west side, Prairie View, make some noise. You know, Prairie View at number 3 on the west side. Number 2 on the east side is none other than the team that won the entire SWAC championship this past year. That's Alabama A&M, with a quarterback who should get some love from the NFL, Akil Glass. What are you talking about, AJ? How in the world do you not have Alabama A&M winning the SWAC again? Because We got a new champion. We got a new champion. And I'm not talking about B Rabbit. I'm talking about Florida A&M. Florida A&M was killing it in the MEAC, but of course they're on probation. They won 9 games the last time they played a full season. Alabama A&M was 4-0 last year outside the overall and 2-0 inside the conference. Watch that FAMU defense. Watch what that FAMU defense does to Alabama A&M. In fact, let me go to Alabama A&M's schedule. They, watch this, 3 games back to back that are going to be a problem for them. For them, they're all at home. They've got Jackson State on October the 9th. They got Florida A&M on October the 16th. And then they got Alabama State on October the 30th. The only reason why I think they got a shot with that Alabama in-state rivalry game is because they got 2 weeks before they play. Alabama and A&M won't be undefeated this year. All right, let me go over to the west side. Number 2 on the west side will be none other than the Southern University Jaguars. And I know Keisha Kelly would kill me for saying that, but Pine Bluff is going to win the west side again, and they're going to take on FAMU in the SWAC championship. I'll tell you what, I think I got FAMU winning it. I think I got FAMU winning the SWAC this year. That's my surprise out-of-the-box pick. I got FAMU coming over and winning the SWAC in their first year in the whole doggone conference. I know, they're going to be coming for my head, but that's all right. As Great as found out, don't come unless you want some. All right, so anyway, that is my Talk Your Team Tuesday with the SWAC. I'll do the MEAC tomorrow on Winning Wednesday. Again, to me, big loss in the MEAC for losing FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, and don't forget, North Carolina A&T left the MEAC for none other than the Big South. So we'll look at what's left over there in the MEAC and who's going to win that, because I think the 2 teams are still going to meet in the Celebration Bowl, the winner of the SWAC and the winner of the MEAC. Of course, all of this is barring any major outbreaks with COVID-19. So that's my Talk Your Team Tuesday. I got FAMU winning the SWAC. All right, let me see if we got any breaking news. Still laughing out loud at Nick Saban. Yeah, Rams got a real tough news. Cam Akers out for all of 2021 due to a torn Achilles. That's going to be tough. The Rams, of course, trying to make a comeback with their new quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And then please keep the Jets assistant coach, Greg Knapp, in your prayers. He's in critical condition after suffering, because of a bike injury. So please keep him and his family in your prayers. Trying to see what else. Oh, yeah. Zach Levine in the health and safety protocols, basically the COVID-19 protocols. He did not travel with Team USA today as the men's basketball team is on its way to Tokyo. Zach Levine, the latest on Team USA to be dealing with COVID-19. NFL training camp going to open up for the Houston Texans on the 28th. Apparently, Deshaun Watson liked a tweet or a comment made on Instagram about him playing this year. He liked something on social media. I don't think that means he's made some statement about, oh yeah, I'm going to come back and play with the Texans, or oh, I'm definitely going to be able to play for whomever trades for me. I mean, social media is something. Social media is something. I love it. Please don't get it twisted, but I don't know, man. Are we watching every little thing he does as if it's a sign that he knows something or is going to do something? I believe that Commissioner Roger Goodell is going to tell us a lot on somewhere around the 26th, 27th, or even the early morning of the 28th in relationship to Deshaun Watson. And then last and certainly not least, I want to close with this before I go. Cappie Poindexter. Cappie Poindexter, great college player, great WNBA player, literally had a mental health breakdown on Instagram yesterday, where she accused, of all people, LeBron James of trafficking. Said he sex trafficked her, and she's been missing for almost 2 years. She also went on to say that LeBron had taken money, all the money out of her account, went off on a few other people, and then anyone that came on to say that they were going to pray for her, she told them where to go. As my conversation went earlier with the greatest about Naomi Osaka, Cappie Poindexter, Richard Sherman, others, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, whether you understand it or not, mental health is real. And if you don't take good care of your mental health, you will have real problems. If you don't access real assets, options, professionals, you'll have real problems. Cappie Poindexter displayed real problems. People will believe anything now. Now you got folks thinking that LeBron is going to be arrested any day now. The stuff is getting ready to hit the fan. First QAnon, now what is this, NBA Anon? I just, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Cappie needs help, and I hope that somebody in the WNBA community, somebody in the mental health community, somebody in her circle, her team, will help her get the help that she needs. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let me get ready to go. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. In the morning, we've got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I'll be back with Winning Wednesday. Lord, say the same. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Wear your mask where you're supposed to. Wash your hands like you're supposed to. Consider getting vaccinated. I know it doesn't stop you from getting COVID-19, but it definitely lessens the severity of you having it if you get it. And then when you see that racism or bullying, kill it. Not the person, not the people, just the racism and the bullying. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Here's Sybil Wilkes and What You Need to Know. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sybil Wilkes with What You Need to Know. Today is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021. Number 1, Senator Lindsey Graham, the South Carolina Republican, has suggested that GOP senators should leave the U.S. Capitol to deny Democrats a quorum if the proposed $3.5 trillion human infrastructure reconciliation bill makes it to a vote. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a New York Democrat, and President Joe Biden unveiled the $3.5 trillion spending proposal last week, but Republicans have vocally opposed the plan, raising concerns about inflation and saying the bill will make Americans dependent on the government. Number 2. Senate Democrats left Capitol Hill Monday and headed to Georgia to continue their fight for voting rights. The lawmakers convened a rare hearing in Atlanta to oppose the state's new, more restrictive voting measure that was signed into law this spring. The law, Democrats say, will disenfranchise Black and young voters and give more power to Republicans in the state. Number 3, as the 2021-22 school year approaches, the American Academy of Pediatrics released new COVID-19 guidance for schools. It supports in-person learning while recommending mask wearing in school for everyone over the age of 2, regardless of vaccination status. Earlier this month, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommended that vaccinated students do not have to wear masks in classrooms. Number 4, Gloria Richardson may not be a familiar or a household name, but she was a true civil rights pioneer. The woman described as the second Harriet Tubman has passed away at age 99. Ms. Richardson was the head of the Cambridge Nonviolent Action Committee, the woman who brought civil rights to the city of Cambridge along the eastern shore of Maryland. She was cited as the first woman to lead a prolonged grassroots civil rights movement outside of the Deep South. Number 5, all over the world, stocks dropped Monday amid worries the pandemic is worsening in hotspots around the world. The 700-point fall in stocks in the U.S. was attributed largely to the continued rise in the number of COVID-19 cases worldwide. Economic experts say the economy is speaking to fears that as COVID cases increase, this will lead to the return of restrictions, which could then erode consumer confidence and dampen spending. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Having a change in attitude can make a huge difference in how you see the world. Right. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian extraordinaire Damon Williams as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partner, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.